feel a little guilty.
Why is that?
Because the 300th episode of Mystery Crate came and went, and we didn't really do anything.
Is 300 a big number?
I mean, we only have...
Any round number is a big number.
Yeah, and we only have 52 of these.
There's our celebration.
There you go.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Thank you.
So what is this, 301?
304.
Oh.
Well, like, the only thing I had planned is I was going to do a special Halloween edition mystery rave. That's the thing I wanted your dad to read that we never got around to.
Oh, yeah.
But then once I did it, I realized I was just kind of like inserting show sounds into music.
Yeah.
It didn't really have like a flow.
Yeah.
So I kind of scrapped the whole thing. And that was it. Welcome to Mystery Crate.
Yeah.
Hey.
I actually enjoyed it. I felt like it was an elevated version of Corvo Club a little bit.
Yeah, but not... no, the other two were good, but the one I was making this time wasn't that great. In my opinion.
Speaking of the Cuervo Club, last week, I believe a burp of mine was played on it. That burp was off air.
You believe?
That was an off-air burp.
I didn't know that.
It didn't happen on the show.
No.
Really?
That's offensive that we're taking things said in the confidence of off-air conversation and putting it into the club.
I did not know
it's
that
not your
they
fault.
sent it to me.
I know they just send you the burp. I'm not blaming you here.
To be fair, we were technically recording because you were doing the countdown, and in the middle of the countdown, you let out that burp.
Right, and I think we were
technically it was in the.
And I believe we were welcoming on a guest.
You were, yeah.
Do you have that burp? I mean, it's a damn good burp.
I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is though.
That's even worse. You
Downloads.
did that welcoming a guest?
I don't know how close the guest was to actually being on.
The guest heard you. The guest heard you. You had already talked to the guest, and then you were doing the countdown.
That's
All
not
right,
true.
Dan, we're going in.
No.
3, 2, bleh,
I need to get
1. That's how that went. That's how that went.
I need that replayed back for me.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Just saying.
Yeah.
As you just did a side burp right now.
No, I was actually looking to see. That's
There
a
it is.
Debo shirt. I like that
Jesus.
shirt. Debo. That's a damn good burp.
That's pretty full-hearted.
What you got in this sporty, homie?
Do it again? Oof.
I feel like this is like taken from a soundboard. It doesn't even sound like it's from you.
Oh, I can tell it's from him.
Thank you. You can hear me in there.
It's real guttural. Like you really had.
Yo, I just thought of a fun game. We all record ourselves burping,
No.
and then we
No.
play the game of whose burp is it.
No.
Ooh, I actually do like
Highly
this game.
undignified.
Honestly, I've heard both you burp, Chris, and Fuentes on a daily basis.
Oh, I burp
I
at the
feel like the
table all
two
the
of
time.
you would have a really good burp
We have
off.
similar burps. That was
Yeah.
Fuentes.
No, so you didn't even know.
See, I can't tell.
I let it rip all the time at the table there.
And you don't even say excuse me, which is the worst part.
We're
So-
all fam.
Is burping
We are, but you
more?
could excuse yourselves.
Is burping more culturally acceptable than farting?
Yes.
I don't really associate burping with a smell, even though I know there is a smell associated with it.
Yeah.
I don't really think that they're.
Billy once told me that sneezes have a smell. One time I
Saliva.
sneezed.
I remember hearing that as a listener.
I sneezed once in the studio and I covered my mouth and I just remember Billy being like, God, I hate the smell of sneezes. And I was just like, what smell are we talking about here?
You know, in some cultures, burping is a compliment to the chef.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know what the cultures would be for farting. Probably not.
Yeah.
I think
received as well.
Japan is one of the places that does the burp as a compliment thing. I have Google.
Yeah. That's good that you said that before looking it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's I said I think.
The investigation begins now.
Japan, burping, eating in Japan.
But
Let's
to answer
see.
your question,
No, it is not considered polite to burp in Japan. Burping is considered bad manners.
So the opposite of what you said.
yes, but slurping is acceptable.
There
that's what it is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, ramen.
Yeah, there you go.
Some good stuff.
So a human head washed up on Biscayne Bay?
That's what I heard the
that's what it
story
says here?
the other day, and that it's in Biscayne Bay, like down the block. So it said a head was discovered. They're
street.
working on identifying the body, but I thought we were past that, for being honest. Yeah, police investigating after human head washes ashore at Key Biscayne.
Where's that body at?
I don't know.
Dude.
What would be more creepy? A head washing up or a headless body washing up?
Well, I feel like
I
when
think it's the head.
Yeah,
I feel like the head. The head really.
But the head is just like I might miss that. It could be like, is that a rock? Am I looking at the wrong angle? Where a body washing up, and then you're like, who is that? And they don't have a
well,
head.
that's the thing. If you see a body, you have no idea who it is. When you see a head, is much more identifiable.
A body
still has a face.
I might run towards it and be like, hey, let me help you. What happened? And then,
Right.
oh, no head.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Plus, the ocean animals might start, eating at it. So
Yeah.
that
Ooh,
too.
yeah, they could be eaten already.
Yeah, definitely no eyeballs in the head, right?
Oof,
Yeah,
that's
someone-
There's no
terrifying.
eyeballs in the head.
A tourist from New York City, it is scary. I would like to know what happened. Yeah, we all would.
Yeah.
I'm curious about it, I guess, that another man from New Jersey, nobody lives in Miami anymore.
Right.
It's shocking. You don't hear a lot about that. You heard about drugs washing up on shore and things like that, but a head is rare.
They haven't lived here long enough then.
Right.
Because how many times have we heard about a body or a head
Bath
just
salts.
floating, especially in Biscayne Bay? So let's.
How do you think you'd react if you just walked up on a head?
Ah!
Like,
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't even know it, because at first you'd be like, oh, what's this? You probably just think it's a coconut. And then all of a sudden,
I'd just be like, all right, I'm heading for the exits.
Yeah.
Did we
I don't
do
wanna be around
penalty
this.
box in Mission Street?
No.
No.
We just
Oh,
burp
Lord.
it.
Penalty
It's
burp.
why I like it here.
When we get mad at
That's
you, we
true.
burp.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. That's much better.
What
than
if I
the
don't
other
have a
version.
burp within ready for it?
You know,
You
that
got-
strike just kind of died on the vine, huh?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Well, I didn't get any acknowledgement from Dan. I really tried to gather the troops, but nobody supported me.
I wasn't there.
Is Jeremy
And
low or is it
that's
just
it.
my headphones?
Am I low?
Jeremy sounds low.
Should I project a bit here?
I think the board
Yeah,
op.
the board op.
should,
The
Board
no,
op should be helping me
raise
with
your mic a little
my
bit.
volume here.
Producer guy.
Whoever's operating the
the one
board.
who's the closest to
Yeah.
the board.
Jeremy's mic's a little soft.
Just
My
a
mic's a
little
little low.
Mr. Fuentes over here.
How about this one? Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
now he's a little too loud.
Let me hear some Jeremy sexy talk.
No thanks.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I could say. Is there anything you'd like me to say in like
Wiffle ball.
like a deep? Yeah.
Honey, I want to go to dinner tonight. And then
Well,
after,
you already did it.
Talk about the Marlins middle relievers.
then after dinner, I want to go watch the final 3 innings of that Marlins game.
I want to see Oscar Brazaban.
How about the heat front court?
Everybody stop.
What sport is sexiest to talk in a sexy voice?
It's probably soccer,
The
just
least-
with all of the beautiful names.
Golf
right?
is the least
Yeah,
sexy.
yeah.
It's like, oh, he teed off.
And Scotty Scheffler.
He's
Castellanos.
got a 6-inch putt.
golf on TV is,
Yeah, he does.
Well, yeah, golf would be the best one.
but golf on
You're
TV
right.
is only interesting if you play golf, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like golf altogether, unless you play golf, is interesting.
I also couldn't nap to golf if someone was talking like this. the
Oh.
whole time.
But aren't they?
would
Isn't
just-
the vibe like quiet overall?
It's more like Tiger Woods lands the putt. Oop, it's a 7-inch. It's breaking to the left. Here he goes, and he hits it, and it's in.
Yeah, the greenside reporter.
That was really
Yeah.
good, actually. I like
That was great.
Yeah.
Are we going to have the conversation that sports aren't really sports unless there's noise?
Wow.
Like tennis, why'd I have to be quiet at tennis?
No, well, there's noise. It's them grunting.
Yeah,
when
but
they
like
hit the
there's no
ball.
like crowd noise. Like I'm not heckling the guy. They get all pissed off.
They should play the
racket.
challenger score underneath every single tennis match.
Did
It would
not
make it a
watch
lot
that.
more
By
fun.
the way, that movie was
Dude,
terrible. By the
oh.
way, that movie sucked.
You couldn't be more
Oh, it was
wrong.
horrible. It was so bad.
I just.
Oh my God.
Oh, shocker! Pessimist Mike Fuentes
No, it was just
doesn't
bad.
like this
it was
movie.
just bad. And then like,
What about it? What? Tell me what made it bad.
Well, this was like. Well, first of all, I don't want to get into it, but the ending. That you weren't here when we talked about
don't
how
wanna
I
get
missed.
into it, huh?
I missed the back end of the movie because of the plane.
oh
Because-
yeah,
Yes, right. So then when I came back to watch the final scene, I was like, well, I didn't have to watch that.
Okay.
Like it was just bad.
okay.
It was not,
That's
it was-
fine.
there were parts that were
Were you
good.
entertained?
Not really,
You weren't entertained by
No.
that movie? Then you have no soul.
because the way it.
Whoa,
But like,
way.
like most movies, if they have a bad this Game of Thrones syndrome, if the ending's bad, it ruins the whole thing.
but the ending
Was bad.
Well,
I disagree.
okay.
I agree and disagree at the same time with that.
All right,
statement.
good.
I just wanna be
movies
entertained.
With, good movies with bad endings. Let's see them.
Oh, we'll be
Let's
here all
name 'em.
day.
But you have to still think of it as a good movie because sometimes a bad ending it ruins the taste of your
Right,
mouth. And
that's
you're
what
like,
he's
not
saying.
a good movie. Give me the good movie, but it's like that.
The good movie that has a bad ending. Well,
could've-
Game of Thrones was a great show that had a bad ending.
This is a good
Agreed.
question.
Yeah, yeah. How I Met Your Mother, great show, bad ending. Dexter, the first few seasons were great. and
This
the
is
last
different
3
with a
seasons were
show, though.
terrible.
Yeah, I thought he said movies.
Because it's when you're dealing
but-
with a movie, you're talking about something that's good for an hour and a half, and then the final 15 minutes are ruining it for you, as opposed to like a full season of something at the end that they've tried to think up and conclude. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, they're out there obviously, but the shows are coming in my head faster. Like Californication, David Duchovny show that was on Showtime. First 4 seasons, fantastic. You could tell it was made for 4 seasons, and then after the 4th season
Hotel?
5, 6, and 7, absolute money grab garbage. It could not be watched.
This feels like a good space for Amin.
Yeah, we're
Not
talking.
gonna lie, I have I don't want to say it out loud. Stranger Things 5. I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Scared?
I'm scared that
It's
it's
gonna
gonna.
be Oh, it's gonna
it's gonna
suck.
tank.
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Season 4 was good.
It's the last
I know,
one,
but it's the last one.
They're like 45 years old now.
They are. They're way too
I
old.
just can't
to
look
be
at them
like
and
a
pretend
They're not
like it's the
high school
same.
anymore.
They don't
One
even
of them
look
is
a little bit like it.
One of them is a cool 30 years old.
Yeah.
We're talking about. I mean, welcome, Amin. Amin's here.
Hey,
Hey.
How are they supposed to explain 11 having a different face than when she first started?
The club.
Dude, it's fantasy. You can do whatever you want. Movies that are good with a bad ending, and they ruin the rest of the movie for you.
And you still like it.
Ooh, good with a bad ending. Oh,
Because the shows are coming to me really easy, like Game of Thrones, Dexter. Those are coming. Grease?
you don't like the ending?
No.
They've eaten
Go
cars.
We come together.
Did they get in the car and like fly off?
That's like, what,
change about. That's the way it should be. Whoa, yeah.
I didn't watch movies.
Be together.
I hate you, Chris.
Yeah, my bad for that.
You should have known who was here
You
with
might as
you,
well
man.
join in, you
Bro,
asshole.
you got all the musical theater kids here today.
All two of us.
Yay.
Too
So,
many.
Amin, you were saying?
Thanks, Amin.
Movies are hard because with TV shows it's a gradual.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
you watch it, you like it, you're like, no, I'm like, I don't really like this. With a movie, it's tough, man. I'm trying to think of movies I didn't like the ending, but I liked the movie.
Yeah, it usually ruins it, right? It's like, usually if it's a bad ending, that's like, okay, I didn't like that movie.
Well, so Star Wars Rogue One is the flip. I wasn't really into the movie, but then the ending saves the whole thing.
Oh, you're wildin'.
No, I know. A lot of people have this
Wildin',
take,
okay.
but I did not like Rogue One. But then the second that Vader lightsaber comes out, I'm back in.
Trying to think.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka had a bad ending?
I don't like the ending. It was too depressing.
The prequel?
They gave him the
The original. Like,
the original?
yeah, the original.
He
Not the
gave
one
him
with
Chocolate
Timothy.
Factory.
How's my lightsaber?
spoiler.
Not that great. Sounds like a car driving by.
What is that? Your lightsaber?
It's more like a. That's when it's already humming.
It's like a hum. It's like
Hold on.
when you swing it, it's
Blaster one is the one I can do. Pew! I can't do it.
yeah.
But the lightsaber. Let me think. I'm trying
Oh, that was a wet cough. Ugh.
I'm battling, but that was funny.
That was all over Dan's mic.
It was horrifying.
So
what? Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
It didn't land on me.
that's my mouth. I'm doing that.
That's the one we know right there.
Yeah. Have there been any submissions, as you guys said, like movies? And then I've heard nobody
Just
saying
Grease.
Grease is the only submission.
I dropped Willy Wonka.
I'm looking at a list here.
They're out there.
Wait, you
You
don't.
said it was depressing, though. He gave him the factory.
Yeah.
Oh,
all the asshole kids didn't get.
Oh,
anything.
Willy Wonka's a good one. That's
they
a
all
weird
died.
ending.
It was a weird ending.
All
I
of a
don't
sudden,
know.
Willy Wonka's all serious in this like room, and then he like floats away.
We killed all those kids, and now, hey, here's the chocolate factory.
Did not-
But he won the contest.
They did not kill the kids. The kids were all mangled and
Deformed.
but they were not dead.
All right. What a way to live a life.
Semantics.
Guess what? How about
he's
not being a
doing-
greedy, selfish asshole?
I agree.
Right? Like, I mean, that was a good message.
Here's
they
a
sign a
good
waiver?
one. War of the Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise.
No, it was boring.
I don't think I
Dude,
ever saw
well, first it's boring. There's some cool scenes, like the part that when the alien ship is coming out of the water and
Yes.
they see it and then it destroys
Sure.
everything. Pretty cool scene.
You just named a bad movie. You
Yeah,
didn't name
well,
a good movie.
but a
with
lot of
bad
people
ending.
might. That's
That's the
good.
thing. I'm looking at a list of quote good movies with bad endings, and they're all just bad movies.
Give me some names. Feed me-
War of the Worlds, I Am Legend,
Oh, wait a second. I Am Legend had a great ending.
I like that
it.
ending.
What
I
are you
liked it.
talking
The
about?
Devil Inside,
Don't know that.
Lucy, The Dark Knight Rises.
Lucy's the
The Dark
Dark Knight Rises?
That's what they're
No, Lucy's the one with Scarlett Johansson, where she like evolves so high that she becomes like all knowledgeable and all knowing, and then at the end of the
She's just a
movie,
computer.
she turns into a fucking USB drive.
Yeah, that's right.
and all the secrets of the planetary universes are whittled down to a black thumb drive to stick in a USB B or USB-C port. I just I'm like, what the fuck are they gonna do with that?
A couple other, The Village,
No, that's every M. Night
That
Shyamalan
movie
And
goes
they-
on that
they
list,
suck.
except Sixth Sense.
Now You See Me.
Oh, I got one.
Dude, I was thinking about Now You See Me. It's a pretty dumb movie, though.
Titanic.
Oh, because
One,
you can't fit on
the door thing.
I love that.
Two,
though. It got the people talking.
well,
People
obviously.
still ask Leo about that.
Well, the thing about that movie is you realize that she never loved her actual husband. She was just longing for Leo the whole time.
Well, yeah. He was an asshole. What did you expect?
No, but even the husband she had after that she had the kids with.
Oh, yeah.
The one she spent her whole
that
life with. She didn't give a shit. She was
Dog.
just waiting to go see Leo.
She couldn't
Well,
forget
so-
that dick.
All right, dude.
Gave it to her in the car on the boat.
That's a highlight sexual escapade. Where's the craziest place you had sex, Grandma? On a boat, in the shipping hold, inside a car with a townie I just met.
Correct. He's
Like,
some,
That's
dude,
hot as fuck.
some homeless artist.
Oh my God!
I'm in.
if I ever have sex near a window, just know afterwards I'm doing that
Hand.
hand.
And
Even if
there
it's
you
not
go.
hot, I mean, it's not that hot. There, we all know. It's just, like medium hot. Super
Medium
steamy.
hot?
Super steamy, that car.
You
That's a lot
spray
of
it
hot
with a
breath.
bottle. Pss, 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 in it. What else? What else is on the list?
Now You See Me, Signs.
So, again, stupid ass M. Night Shyamalan.
It's all M. Is the happening at night?
Yes,
M.
that's
Night
all. That's
Shyamalan.
like
So that's
too.
M.
Stupid ass M.
High-
Night.
The Sixth Sense is
High-
the
I was
one.
gonna say Sixth Sense
High
on there.
Tension, La La Land,
La La Land.
Hancock.
Hancock. There you go.
Hancock's a good example.
So Hancock, not the bad ending, but the bad last third of the movie.
Yeah.
Hancock was great.
Yes.
The first 2/3 of that movie, they're funny, it's
Yes.
exciting, it's different, and then they try to make it all serious, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
get out of here.
You guys want to talk about how Billy got a guy thrown out of the sports book in Arizona?
That-
Love that.
Oh, that was great.
I'm surprised
That was.
y'all didn't roast Billy harder.
I can't believe that you guys let that security guard kick him out. You guys are
What were we
talent
supposed to
working
do?
there.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
Maybe not. All you got to do is like, it's our fault.
Yes.
we told him to throw it.
That is so on you
No,
guys.
no. Billy decided
if
to throw
I was
it.
there, I would have been on mic. Like, no, if that guy goes, I go. Like,
No,
what are we doing here?
I don't think
That
it has to
guy
be
goes,
that
I go.
serious. Like you just walk up to the security guard and say, "Hey, man, I know you told him. It's my fault. I'm the one that told him to throw it, and I threw it back. Don't take that
Yeah.
on him. It's my fault."
So it's
Oh,
Billy's fault, is what you're saying?
Yes, but also it's the dude's fault because. Oh, Billy told you to do it. What's Billy God now?
Exactly. So
Come
that's the
on,
thing.
dude. Grow
so
up.
the guy
Grow
had,
up, Peter Pan.
The guy was having a time. He was there with his girlfriend. He was walking back and forth. He had been drinking, having a good time. He kept doing like this thing to Billy before. I'm sitting down, like trying to like just see what's going on. The huge security guard tells the guy, "Don't throw that ball," like pretty sternly, right? And the guy goes, "No, I'm not going to do
Too
it. I'm not gonna
sternly,
do it."
I'll say it.
The guy's mistake was thinking that Billy had any kind of authority to protect him, because then he threw the ball.
He did.
Unless he was ready to go. Right. And dude, honestly, Billy, what are you doing? We have like all these cameras around, like
Billy
10
knew
grand
better.
worth of cameras.
It was responsible.
3
He
grand's
stepped
worth
forward.
of lights.
I was going to say that he did,
No, but when the guy threw it, he was sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
So
no.
I'm not worried about Billy throwing the ball. I'm worried about the guy I don't know throwing the ball.
Which is the reason why he got kicked out. We couldn't save that.
You know
He
what?
broke a rule.
I go around. It's actually that guy's fault.
Thank you.
Okay.
What are we supposed to do?
I mean, again, if I told someone, "Hey, man, toss me this thing," and then they got kicked out because of it, I think I would, in that scenario, go, like, no, that's not his fault, man. It's my fault. But it is his fault because he knew, he was told explicitly, do not throw it. So even if I or Billy would ever told, "Hey, throw me the ball," the first thing I would do would be like, "Yo, security dude just told me if I would, but I would do that." I wouldn't just be like, "At last."
Yeah, well, we have to remember Billy is Billy.
Evil cat.
Evil cat.
To be fair, Billy did not know that this man had told him not to throw it.
Yeah,
But
because
then again,
he was in show.
the guy who did know was the guy who threw it, and he for some reason thought Billy could
Was there
protect him.
any effort on any of your parts to at least like, hey, can we not?
I didn't move a single solitary hair on my
You
head.
guys
for
are
that guy.
jerks.
And I was busy running around with the clients, so I wasn't even in the
I'm
area.
not going to say. The Cynthias and Kristens of the world are the ones that could have handled this.
First
more
of
than
all,
I was,
hold on.
I was editing
You
a
guys are
segment.
like the
I was editing a
executives.
segment.
First of all,
You could have walked up to security to be like, I'm running this whole operation, and we need that guy here. Thank
listen, you all are grown ass folks. You all make your choices. I am here to make sure a show went off the ground. A show went off the ground. My task was completed.
You know, the other part of this also is you don't stick your neck out for this dude who clearly broke a rule that he was explicitly
And
told
was
about.
hammered.
Because if you do,
He was hammered.
if you do, there's no telling what the next thing. You know, oh, he's cool. It's just it's my fault. Whatever.
See?
The next thing he does is like flash everybody,
Yeah.
and, like, and then they turn like, "What's up with your boy?" I'm like,
Exactly.
"It's not my boy.
Yeah.
I just met him."
And also, I was super cool with all the security guards there. They liked me, so
you
I'm not
go.
gonna jeopardize my
Wow.
stuff for this guy.
Moral of the story, because we have another one of these events coming up, right?
We sure do. Next week we are at Flanagan's.
Okay, here-
Roy, do it.
The 21st.
Do it.
Flanagan.
There we go.
Roy gave
In-
Fuentes the layout.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
about to
I'm
do,
doing
I'm
this.
about to do Flanagan's voice here.
Let him do it. Yeah, next week we will be there, Flanagan's North Miami Beach. It is a Miller Lite watch party. Steelers versus the Browns.
So the moral of the story is, if you come out, and I urge everybody listening to this, come out, hang
Please
out.
do.
I will be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be in attendance.
Oh my.
But if security tells you not to do some shit,
Don't do it.
Don't do it, man. Like, I'm not like, look, man, if it's like a legitimate misunderstanding, like, hey, you were not supposed to stand on this side of the line, my bad, or whatever, I might look out for you. But if it's like something where like, dude told you don't do this, and then you look at me and you do it anyway, nah, man, come
I
on.
got your back.
Well, here's the
Listening.
thing. Just to warn everybody, I am hiring 2 security guards. So if you want to try it, good luck.
I am
but
also
I wouldn't recommend it.
not threatening my stance at Flanagan's for anyone.
Wait, is this an open casting call for security guys?
Oh.
If you want to be a security person, please email dlssecurity@gmail.com.
I want to know where that email goes
A
to.
left and a right fist.
But speaking of Arizona,
DLS and then security, or is it DL security?
good question.
How many S's are in there?
2. I would say 2.
Yeah, it'd be 2. DLS security.
DLS
Double S.
security.
Just want to make sure they have the spelling right for that completely fake email.
Right. Yeah.
By the way,
And middle walk.
shout out to everybody who did come out to the Smirnoff Sunday service watch along with us. That was fun. DraftKings Sportsbook, TPC Scottsdale was very fun. Shout out to everybody. Smirnoff, thank you again. We've got our last one coming up here in Miami, December 8th.
I'll be at that one,
Vivo
too.
Dolphin Mall. So if you wanted to meet us, now's your time.
That was where we were when Titans ruined our season last year.
Last year,
I'm
yeah,
glad we're
last
going back.
December.
Yeah, that was fun.
Super
Yeah.
excited to go.
Yeah.
back.
And speaking of DraftKings, you betcha, presented by DraftKings.
You betcha.
Stay tuned because you're hearing more about DraftKings and all that's to offer throughout the show. DraftKings,
tuned.
the crown is yours. A little parlay ski for the weekend coming up. I like the Minnesota Vikings -6 at the Tennessee Titans. They need to bounce back after that terrible Jacksonville game. God, that game sucked. Then the New York Jets will be hosting the Indianapolis Colts as Anthony Richardson steps back in as a starter. New York Jets -2 on that. And the Miami Dolphins take one more step to the playoffs. They're so back. The Las Vegas Raiders at Miami Dolphins. That gives you a nice plus 408 at the time of recording. And that is you betcha.
You betcha.
Will you ever
betcha.
do some bets on wrestling? I'm just curious.
Wrestling.
Scripted wrestling? Probably not.
I mean, you would think it would be kind of easy money if you think you can predict it
That's why
well enough. No?
That's why they don't. Well, no, because somebody has a script. They'll just go and sell it to their boys. That's why
What
they
are
don't
you
do
doing?
betting. Yeah. What? Are you
What?
doing now? So on TikTok, I've been obsessed with this Chongqing. I think is the city in China.
What?
Careful.
The city in China
Careful.
called Chongqing.
Careful.
It's called Chongqing. I know. Very.
Careful.
So this guy showed his commute.
Just a city in China.
Yeah, no, that's the name of the city.
Look, man, I care about you.
Maybe you should
Dude,
when
now you're in my head, and I'm like, do I need to just like
put a lower bar
Yeah,
with
or
the
just
spelling.
something,
yeah,
or
you should
just
do
like-
that. Yeah.
whatever? This guy's commute is absolutely insane. I'm
Oh.
going to show it here with no sound, just so you can see how crazy
We'll
this is.
talk over it,
Yeah.
but like basically the
All right.
gist of it
Seems
is
pretty normal so far.
there is no ground level. In
Yeah,
this
see,
city.
you've seen this. You've seen
I've
this.
seen
Then.
this
You-
video. I know exactly.
He's just walking down. He's already walked down, I'd say, like 6 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
He's still walking.
And now you're like, okay, this is the ground
Circles.
level, right? Like there's
Yeah.
cars, there's a
Nope.
street. Nope, more
There's
stairs.
still more.
You go down some more stairs. There's a lot of stairs
Oh,
this
so
time.
he lives on a mountain.
There's a lot of stairs this time. There's a lot of stairs this
There's
time.
still
I'm not
more.
gonna
He's
lie.
still going
Another
downstairs.
flight.
Going
We're
to
still
work
going down.
seems like a breeze.
This is what he's
Going
doing.
home
This is
sucks.
him going to work.
Hold on.
Yeah, going
Hold
home
on.
sucks.
Okay, now he's on the street level, right? Here,
Like-
cars. There's
Nope.
clearly he's crossing the street. No, this is the street level. Look, you see the buildings. You see
no, but
down
we'll
more
go down
stairs.
more.
He's definitely Ubering home, right?
Yeah, but now
And
he's taking
down
the
to the
subway.
Now the subway. That's one escalator.
He's going. Oh my god!
That's
That's
two
like
escalators.
It looks like Penn Station.
That's three escalators.
3 long escalators.
That's
Four.
four
Long
escalators. It's all
escalators.
spread out.
5.
5 escalators.
just going down.
The center of the earth.
so he lives.
6 escalators.
So he lives in like the Grinch's house.
Dude.
Dude,
7 escalators.
Bro, we're going down deep.
And this is all sped up.
Is this a rerun?
No,
Like,
dude,
are we?
this-
You know, in the 20 CB,
Looping.
they talk about if you dig a hole, you go all the way down to
Walkway.
China.
Dude.
Another
this is the
walkway.
Does he
opposite of
work
that.
at like
And
the
another
worst
walkway.
airport
Dude,
ever?
this guy's going down like 50
But wait,
stories.
Well,
there's
there was no
more.
subway. He's
There is
back
a subway.
outside on the street.
Yeah.
And he's
There's
still,
no
Still going down.
Still more stairs.
Wow.
I love the idea. I hope he's just going for coffee.
No, he's going
No,
to
this
work.
is he's going to work.
and that's where he
Nice.
works.
That's where he
And
works.
we still hadn't seen what street level is at that point.
He for sure Ubers home, right?
My thought is
With what, a
You're
helicopter?
not walking.
No,
up.
where we
There's
going?
roadways. Like there was cars.
bro,
like every
he-
part of that way.
Dude, at what point of that walk is he forgets something and he's like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
I've gone too far. We're done
after,
here.
after the third stairwell down, like, all right, you know what? We're good.
Dude.
I love the descent into a subway station that isn't actually a subway station.
Well, not
It's
as you
just-
know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because it's true. I know they have parts in China that have trains.
Yes.
And then I saw another one of those videos where they were going up from the bottom and they charge you for an elevator ride. It's only 15 cents American.
Yo, you know what's crazy? That is insanely capitalistic. Like, how are they better at this than we are?
They must have a lot of deaths of people falling downstairs.
Dude,
Dude.
that video was
Took a
how long?
turn.
How long do you think that video is not sped up?
20 minutes?
Let's
No,
watch it in
that's
slow
a, that's a strong 30 to 40 minute walk.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, the walk back.
You just thought made me think about falling down the stairs. You guys ever heard of this account called Shibuya Meltdown on Instagram? No. So Shibuya is this
Japan?
district in Japan, in Tokyo, where
It's like the red light district.
people get hammered, and it's just
heard.
it's accepted. You see people just pass out on the sidewalk in the pool of their own vomit, and no one thinks twice. And I just thought about someone from Shibuya Meltdown falling down that escalator. It would take like 40 minutes for them to stop
to the
moving.
bottom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, the people mover scene there where he's clearly sped up as fast as it goes on the editor, and it still takes him like a good 10 seconds to get to the back. It's insane. Chris,
It's like that joke that Eddie Murphy makes on Delirious with Fun Bunny. Oh, my shoe!
We'll be back.
So Olivia Rodrigo says it's a red flag if a man wants to go to outer space, saying, quote, I just think if you want to go to space, you're a little too full of yourself. And to that I say, who the hell do you think you are, Olivia Rodrigo?
I could not agree with her more.
Who crushed your spirit of curiosity?
America. I mean, if we're being real, she's a young woman in the United States of America. That's who did it.
Jeremy doesn't believe that any space travel has actually happened. So
Yeah, I'm anti-space travel.
Wait, are you anti-space?
I'm going hard right.
Everybody,
yeah, hold on.
Lay
slow
out.
down.
Yeah. None of it happened. We don't actually go to space. It's all just
That's
a
what you were
giant.
trying to say,
it's a
right?
tax write-off.
That's what you
It's
were
all.
trying to
Yeah, it's the government just fucking with you.
So the two people that are currently stuck in space right now.
Yeah, that's not real.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a hoax.
They're in a basement in Colorado.
They're the same people that rigged the election.
Okay.
And then they went up there to hide.
Yeah, no, they're not hiding there. They're hiding where the pedophilic Hollywood elites, make sure that everyone's hiding properly.
Underneath the Brooklyn
Underneath where that rat is.
all right, back to Amin.
All right, so going into space, huh? No, I think. I mean, I'm assuming there's more context to this than just like.
I think the premise of it was that she was saying essentially, if that's what you think, you're like big-headed to think that you should be able to go do XYZ thing, or
What if I think I want to be the biggest pop star in all of women's music?
she did it.
Well, you need
okay, so
a vagina
did
first.
Yeah, no, it's more. It's
No,
not
my
about.
point is that
not
she's-
an astronaut. This is like
the
if
way you
you're.
were just saying, if you think you're so smart that you can be a space outer
It's
space
if one
person
of
or like
us.
astronaut.
It's if one of us was like, oh, you know what I really want on like a first date is like, really what's going to be the best is when we get our chance to establish a colony on Mars, and I'm going to be the first one to make sure that I'm up there thanks to Elon and blah blah blah. Like, come on.
Okay, no, yeah, but like,
This is a shot at Elon Musk.
I feel like it's a way more different than just wanting to go to space. I mean, like, look, if someone came and said, "Hey, man, for free, I got you,"
It's a separate conversation.
like, yeah, who doesn't want to like see like the Earth from 3,000?
I would love to.
That's the
Miles
thing.
up or whatever.
It's about looking down. It's not about looking up, right? You want to see the Earth how it would look.
Yeah, don't look up.
I'm good. I'll just go on Google.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not really exploration.
I want to be in zero gravity. Like, there's things like, dude, man,
I'll
I
just
love
go on Mission Space at Epcot.
I love Star Wars, man. Like, can I imagine like I'm in Star Wars?
How about just a simulator that makes me feel like I'm going into space?
I want to kind of do it. I don't want to do
Like,
it.
I'm telling you, they can do a simulator that you'll feel like you're doing it.
Well, I mean,
And
like-
you don't have to risk your health.
Chris, it's like saying, "Hey, why have sex? I'll just watch some video and
Yeah,
then
but I can.
Sometimes that is
I
better.
don't want to get into. I don't want to
Yeah,
speak
it's
against
all-
porn.
Yeah.
but-
What?
Yeah. No, Chris, we all know you're pro porn.
I know. I
The
was
quote
about to bash
continues.
porn. but-
I just think if you want to go to space, you're a little too full of yourself.
Why?
Yeah.
But wait,
Okay,
as
so,
in
dude, you can't say that if you're one of the biggest pop stars. So what if when she was 10 years old, I want to be one of the biggest pop stars?
It's
in the
not
world?
about
What a
wanting to be an
conceited thing to
astronaut.
say.
If someone wants to be an astronaut,
think-
she's not saying
well,
that if she goes on a date with an astronaut, they're an
that's-
asshole.
that's the thing. I think
It's
you're
going on a
confusing-
date with Mike Fuentes and him being like, "Oh man, I really my next big goal is like I'd love to go to
Well,
space."
it's not a goal.
You're reading a lot into that quote. Her quote is simple. Her quote is just like you're full of yourself.
But there's a difference between I want to go as like an
SpaceX.
astronaut, as a viewer, as an explorer, as in I want to put the fucking rocket out there. Like she's talking about Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos.
Is she
type.
Yeah,
Is she talking about them?
Yeah, that has to be what it is.
no, it's talking about like their. If we're being real, it's talking about their like cronies, their followers. It's not even about
So this
Elon
is
Musk or
political.
Jeff Bezos deciding to do it.
It's
It's not
always
even political.
political.
It's
course,
just
and
that's
men,
what it
dude.
sounds
It's like Amin said. If you strap me to a rocket and I get to go up there and look around
Yeah,
and bring it back
cool.
down, yeah, cool.
Wally Coyote.
It's not
Wait,
just
so
a
you're
man
strapped
thing.
to the rocket? So you're like outside the ship?
Aren't we all? You're strapped in an airplane, aren't you?
Yeah, but like,
Okay.
when I think strapped
you're
to a
inside.
rocket,
What she's talking about
I'm
is
picturing you on the
particularly
outside.
Don't be so literal.
a male exuberance. At least I think.
Unpopular opinions.
All right, well, that was one, but here's another one. We did this last week, but Mike Fuentes, the producer, says we've got to do it again in greater detail. So
More
let's-
meat on this bone, if you
Yeah,
will.
well,
I think so.
There's more meat, no bone. Fast food burgers are better than burgers from dine-in restaurants.
The irony, because there's less meat on fast food burgers.
Well,
I
depends
don't
on
know.
where you go.
I had Whataburger over the trip, and let me tell you, pretty good.
I think this is the reason why he
Yeah,
wanted to bring
it's
it
pretty
up.
good,
It's-
but that's where the sentence stops. It's just pretty good.
I would say that dine-in restaurant burgers are, by and large, not that great. They're all right, but they're very rare. I can remember, like, on one hand, the number of times I went to a dine-in restaurant and the burger was like, holy shit, this is a good burger. Wolfgang Puck in L.A. That was a good ass burger, dude. I was like, I don't know what y'all did, but this is good, right? But like, I had a burger at like Mastro's. It's all right. Like it's like if you told me that or Five Guys, I'm going Five Guys.
Yeah.
Five Guys and Shake Shack are the best fast food burgers.
I think Shake Shack is the top tier when it comes to that type of stuff.
Shake Shack used to be. Then I'm convinced, like McDonald's from the '80s, they started like cutting corners because it doesn't
Got too popular.
It doesn't taste the same as it used to be.
Really?
Like the Shake Shack burger is not the same as it was like 10 or 15 years ago.
I haven't had Shake Shack in a while because I find it's ridiculously expensive for what it is. Same thing with Five Guys. But the last time I had Shake Shack, I remember this is like my top tier. Better than In-N-Out, better than even the Whataburger I just had, better than most of those places, better than certain restaurants down here that I won't name. But yeah,
Tony gave me the best burger advice I've gotten in recent years. That if you want a good burger, go to the steakhouse. Like the good steakhouses, like the Morton's,
I went to Mastro's, got a burger. It wasn't bad, but it was just like $30 for this.
Because they're using like the ground, like the good ground.
yeah, the good stuff.
They got that Wagyu.
I don't know. They say they are, but I'm tasting it and I'm like, maybe it's not seasoned. I don't know. All I'm telling you is
gotta season your
that
burger.
bang for the buck. Bang for the buck? No, the dine-in restaurants are not great
Not
at
that
burgers. Some of them are. Look, I've had the good ones. I'm like, okay, you got it. But like a lot of them aren't.
So because I went to Whataburger, I had done fast food tiers, my totally original idea tiers. So we're going to throw it up here real quick.
Not another
But
one.
now that I've had Whataburger, I've placed them in what I believe is the
What?
correct tier. So absolute God tier, Whataburger, Shake Shack, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
My
just
man.
get out of here.
Please stop.
No, this is a good
Please
list.
stop.
This is
Okay,
good so far.
What the fuck are you
Zaxby's,
doing?
Chick-fil-A,
Zaxby's.
Popeye. You ever had Zaxby's?
No.
Ooh, delicious.
No,
Zaxby's
never.
is
Exactly
good.
fire.
Never.
Popeyes and Chick-fil-A fire.
Yeah. Right.
What's that fourth one?
The fourth one, the last one?
On the A level.
The fourth one, the A level, that is lime fresh Mexican. We enjoy it here
lime.
quite
I like
often.
lime.
Yeah, lime's good. Then in the C level, we have In-N-Out, I believe properly rated. All right.
Sbarro's.
McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Firehouse Subs, Domino's, and White Castle.
You have Wingstop really high.
Really?
His Waffle House is not fast food.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's more like a casual thing. It was just on the list, so I put it in there. And then, of course, the bottom is stuff I've never had because I've never had it. I cannot
Portillo.
properly rate
You've
it.
never had Sonic before?
Cookout is so good.
Never had.
Carl's Jr.?
You've had
Great.
Raising Cane's.
It's not in the region.
Culver's? Dude.
Never had Culver's.
Oh, no, you trip. Okay,
Culver's is
I've
good.
never had.
I can help.
Jollibee.
I can help you with some of these. All right, Baja Fresh is like not quite fast food Mexican. It's like Chipotle. It's like they've got it all
Fast casual.
fast casual. There you go.
There's a fast
like
food
Zona
joint in
Fresca.
Baja.
Baja Fresh is good, right? Culver's is awesome, dude. It's
I
imagine.
I heard. That's what I heard.
Imagine if they took every single food item you could think of in a regular, fast food place, and then like just dipped it all in butter.
You have Wawa.
And it's really
Culver's.
fresh.
Wow was a gas station, right?
it's-
But
Yeah.
they have food also. I don't know.
Overrated.
I've had it. It's no.
All right, Carl's Jr. That's like Hardee's. Have you ever had Hardee's?
No.
You've never had Hardee's or Carl's Jr.
No.
That's shocking.
It's not in the region.
Yeah, it's not in the region.
Nothing down here, really?
Yeah,
No.
it's not
Wow, you guys are missing out.
I just learned we have Whataburger, but it's up like by Daytona.
It's so Carl's Jr. really good burgers, fries not so much, right? Jimmy John's. This is
Freaky
a
fast delivery.
yes, and
Sandwich
it's a
shop.
sandwich spot. Like it's a better Subway, a way better Subway.
You moved it.
We just
They
scrolled
moved
for,
it.
for
Scroll
unknown
back
reason.
down.
We
Scroll back to the
down.
never had.
I'm reading off of it. Why would you scroll?
Thanks, video.
Maybe they didn't like the segment. They're like, all right, let's get away from this.
Potbelly, another sandwich spot, pretty
Never
good.
had it.
Portillo's. This is a Chicago
Good.
hot dog place.
They had one in Arizona.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Nah.
Not
I know
the
when
same.
I drove by it.
Not
I'm
the
just saying.
same.
You didn't go
Schlotzsky's.
Potbelly you probably find in an airport.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's where I saw it one time.
Schlotzsky's, Blimpie, these are all both sandwich places that were bigger like in the 90s and then like Subway kind of snuffed them out.
Blimpie, I remember for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quiznos
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Quiznos.
Oh my
You
God, I miss
disrespected
Quiznos.
here. You
Both-
disrespected Quiznos.
They're all
here.
gone.
Bojangles.
That doesn't mean it's an F.
I know Bojangles is a chicken spot.
Go
but
to
it's-
Bojangles.
I just never had it.
all the way.
I know.
Charlotte Airport, you'll thank me
Okay,
later.
I know. I'm just saying. I know Bojangles is good. I've heard it's good. I've just never had it, so I had to go into the never had category.
Skyline, never had
I've had Skyline chili. They
chili.
have those down here.
Did it have
In
anything
Broward.
other than chili?
They have, it's like spaghetti with like chili on top of it.
No, I'm
Wait,
good.
hold on.
Oh, I've had that.
Yeah.
So okay, so,
So you have had it.
Oh,
right
you could
above
change
That place though.
Oh, okay.
right above the never had category, we've got F. You put churches and Quiznos.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're F.
As an
Quiznos
F?
needs to go up.
Yeah, Quiznos I like. I just haven't
He had
had it
churches
so
last week.
long.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That Chipotle is way too low.
D for Chipotle. No,
I love Chipotle.
Chipotle is
Hey,
Genuinely love
Chipotle
it.
is my lock.
this might be spicy. Chipotle kind of fell off.
Wrong.
Okay.
Every
So-
Chipotle I've had
that's
lately,
accurate.
trash.
So I'm gonna help Fuentes here.
McDonald's C.
I'm
a
gonna help
narrative.
Fuentes
Be
here.
all potential sponsors, by the way.
One of them is an actual sponsor. This is where I'm gonna help him. Canes, A level, great call. Putting Canes at
Yeah.
D?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
love Cane's.
Cane,
The A
Raising
level.
Canes is tremendous.
It's at the A level.
A level.
It's an A.
It's
A.
absolutely an A.
Yep. Or absolute
God tier. It is God tier. I'm sorry, I forgot that there was
Yeah,
a
God
higher
tier.
level.
If
Yeah.
you had to put your life in one of these tiers, what would you do
My life.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
so far?
Is it like how I'm doing?
Like how I would relate
Is it
my
a
life?
maximum
However
maximization?
however you interpret what I just asked.
I would say my life is a solid B. I would say B.
Can we throw it back up?
I'm gonna put mine in like absolute God tier.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
I feel pretty
Working
good
my
about
way
it.
up to B.
Good for you. I'm trying to get into F.
All because of my daughter. Love her so much.
Graceland.
I was
Baby
gonna say
angel.
D.
She's a pain
I
in the
feel like
ass.
I'm in a D category.
Give me another unpopular opinion.
C minus.
Cynthia, you're way better.
Unpopular
Yeah,
opinion.
You're at least a C. You're Cynthia.
Carved turkey.
Thank you.
You're
I
not
thought, it
Cynthia.
I thought it was spelled with an S. Carved turkey
So many spellings.
is fucking gross.
What is
but,
it?
But carved turkey
Okay.
is fucking gross. But sandwich turkey is decent.
I feel like it's death.
I agree.
It's
I
death,
agree with that.
taxes, and Mike Fuentes doing this turkey take
Hating.
in November.
What the hell's
Every
the matter with
November,
you?
this
Oh, I
guy's
hate
gonna
it.
tell you about his turkey
I
pots.
fucking hate turkey.
I will say this. I
fucking
totally
dry and
agree.
disgusting.
I love turkey, honey maple turkey. Shout out Boar's Head. I love it in sandwiches all
That's his
day.
point. His point here is that carved
Correct.
turkey not good, but if you throw it in a sandwich,
And I agree. Every Thanksgiving, I'm not gonna lie. I skip the turkey.
you guys got
I
to
don't
come over
care.
and have my dad's fried turkey. That
Did
shit
you
is
like
not
my
dry.
turkey?
I like
So
your
good.
turkey.
Oh,
Both of
Roy's
you.
turkey. Oh,
Yeah,
You guys-
the turk off was really good. I
that's
enjoyed
what I mean.
both.
Like, if you do it right, I'm not saying I do. My dad does it right. You got to do it right. But it is, to your guys' point, it's like easy to screw up.
we're also Dominican. Like turkey is like,
Yeah,
hey, we're
it's
doing
not your
penne,
bird
we're
of
doing the
choice.
pork, we're doing like
Yeah.
a hachina situation. So,
let me tell you something. First of all, we had this conversation on my podcast, Black Opinions Matter. My producer, John... Bomb. Thank you. Roy has been a guest. My producer, John Gervais, claimed that we were talking about like what Thanksgiving foods, what foods are star level and which ones are supporting cast. And my producer, John Gervais, was like, mac and cheese is more of a star level food than turkey. And
That's
I
correct.
said, that's incorrect because no one has ever showed up to a meal and said, what are we having for dinner? We're having mac and cheese. Like, that's not how that works. The moment you have to be
That's not
served
true.
on the side, that means you're not a star player. You're basically
So it's only proteins, is what you're saying?
Basically, you got like you. One is LeBron, and the other one is Austin Reeves, and mac and cheese is Austin Reeves.
All right, so the centerpiece is the turkey. The
Yeah.
role players
It's mac and cheese.
See,
Absolutely,
But it's easy to fuck up a mac and cheese if you get that wrong.
What's like,
Oh,
it's easy to fuck up a turkey.
but like a rice dish is the lead. Like, so the rice is the lead there. So
I was gonna
can
say.
rice be the lead in a dish?
So if I give you spaghetti and meat sauce, you tell me
At
the meat sauce
Thanksgiving?
is more of a.
Hey.
We're running the offense. Spaghetti and meat sauce. That's one person. That's not two different players. That's one person. So that's a main event, right? But if you said, "Oh, by the way," and the salad that we got from Olive Garden, like, and the breadsticks, I love them too. Like, great,
the
they're
bench
cool.
on that.
They're Derek Fisher. They're Robert Ory. They're hitting shots. I'm not trying to diminish their contributions. I'm telling you, that's not the star of the offense because you couldn't say I'm going to build a team
But-
and my two best players are Derek Fisher and
But
Robert Ory.
Turkey is having like Tobias Harris on a max contract.
That's what I mean. I was just about to say
like
that.
your
I
hand,
like
your
that.
hand, your
Turkey's a
Not
shit
all
handicapping
star.
turkeys
Your
are
team's
worth
no
the same.
good if Turkey's your star.
If turkey is your star and you're wasting allocated resources on your plate on that turkey, I'd rather have a team
Yeah.
full of role players
Which I
doing
do on
their
Thanksgiving.
job right on
My
Thanksgiving.
plate is filled with role players.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let me tell you guys all this.
My turkey's setting the screens over
So
there.
you know, turkey's not setting screens. Your turkey's in the low block, calling for it. And guess what? With Turkey as the star player, what 300 championships so far and counting.
Thank you.
I'm still waiting for that first championship where like there was no turkey, no ham, nothing. It was just like mac and cheese,
Vegan.
and mac and cheese and dressing came together and were scrappy and just hit miraculous shot after miraculous shot on the way to the title. It doesn't work. Welcome to the real world, Peter Pan.
Okay,
Yeah.
question. How many times do you have carved turkey a year?
Well, because I go to NBA games a lot.
Oh, well,
because
that's
That's
a
their
good.
main thing.
yeah.
That's their
Chris, how many
go-to.
times a year do you have
God.
carved
Dinner at
turkey?
the arena.
My dad will do it for like another holiday. Like
So
maybe
twice a
Christmas.
year?
Yeah,
How many
twice a
turkey
year.
sandwiches do you have a year?
A lot.
Next unpopular opinion, please.
Well,
hold
turkey
on.
sandwiches because they're easy.
My
Bit of
cornbread.
news here.
That's true.
My cornbread box is out.
I am not cooking the turkey this year.
What? Why?
I was told that I was not making the turkey this year because we are not having it at my house. We're apparently going to somebody else's house.
All right,
it was a road game.
How about this?
Yep.
Roy
Road game.
cooks another turkey for us for
There
the
you go.
There you go.
show, like the last day before Thanksgiving.
Or Roy,
Friendsgiving.
you could also, fry up some of those Omaha steaks that you got recently as well.
Oh, yeah,
and
those
bring that
were
in for us
delicious.
to
That's
eat.
sponsor.
Is that another sponsor? I don't know about?
baby.
Yeah,
The way she
Oh,
jammed that in there,
Omaha
it felt like a sponsor.
steaks.
Oh, I love Omaha steaks. I remember growing up, my dad would fire up the grill and throw out some Omaha steaks.
You know, I went to Omaha the other day and I said, "Do you guys have steaks?" Because I love Omaha steaks and that's what I think about all the time. Here's the next unpopular opinion. I'm with this one. People who say America has no culture have no idea what culture is. Amen. Amen.
Explain this one for me. What culture can mean?
I don't like America because you have no culture. I'm like,
So he's French?
Yes.
Well,
this is exactly what I wanted.
What's your culture, buddy? Watching Friends with a dub over it? That's what your culture is.
Why are you taking shots at Ethan?
I'm just saying. No, well, not Ethan's not
Just kidding,
watching
because he
the-
likes Friends.
He is
I was
watching
just saying.
Friends.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like they
Most
say
inside
that
joke ever.
and they
gas
consume
living single.
movies. They consume our TV shows. They consume our music. They love burgers. They love it. Like I'm like, yo, dude, guess what
Hot
you're
dogs.
doing?
Yeah, that's all Americans.
This is our culture. That you're like, because I'm not eating it with chopsticks or with a snail on it. I'm sorry. It's all just shit that we eat here that you don't eat there. That's all it is. And guess what? The next time I watch a freaking Russian TV show will be the first time I watch them. But guess what?
That'll be the last time as well.
I'm pretty sure they've all seen plenty of American
Correct.
television. Shut up.
What people think of as culture is just shit looking old. Yeah,
That's true,
sorry
too.
that our shit. Sorry
That's
that our shit looks new.
Boom. Sorry. We got new shit, new hot shit here. The other thing also is it's even worse than that because that one I can just blame on the ignorance of someone who's feeling superiority on a national level. I'm talking about people from name a city, like from New York or from Miami. Say, Phoenix has no culture. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Like, how many times? When's the last time you went to a museum? Well, exactly. Like, there are no museums there. You never go to museums.
So what does it matter?
What are
if
you
it's a museum or
talking
not?
about? When people want things to do, it inevitably falls into one of three buckets. Bucket one, places to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bucket two, drinking, places to drink.
That can sometimes be the first one.
They go together.
Yeah, a little
They go
bit.
together, but you're right. He's like
Yeah.
clubs, bars.
Yeah. Bucket three, hiking. Or like some physical activity. They want to see woods or
You want to
whatever.
be out somewhere.
Sightseeing.
Outdoor shit.
Yeah.
Outdoor
Right, yeah.
shit. Nobody gives a shit. Like, I went to the museums in
museums
DC and
suck,
New York
dude.
because I took my kids because I want my kids to
Yeah,
be
I took my
cultured.
daughter to museums. That's the only time I go.
Yeah, like
Learned.
right? That's the word. I
Go
should
learn
use.
stuff.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, that no adult on their own is doing that whenever they land in a city.
Yeah, I have plenty of people that I know that do that.
Every city they go to.
Not every city.
Almost every city.
On the
Any place
second day,
that
though.
if there's a one that attracts them most, maybe it's a famous one depending on the city you go to. Yeah, they go.
When
they
I
normally
go to a big city, like I go to New York, go to Chicago, go to
You
like
wanna
places
do
like
that,
that,
right.
I'll look for the museums because I know they have significance.
You know what I do?
But
when
I'm
I
not
go
landing
travel?
in small cities and going to the museum.
I try to go visit botanical gardens. Where like I've been to the one in Dallas. I've been to the one in
Botanical gardens are the most boring place. I'd rather go to a million museums.
1,000%.
Rather go
But
to a museum.
guess what? That's the boring shit I like to
man.
do when I go somewhere else.
I
love
that's
both
what
of
I
them.
like doing.
Jeremy, I saw you sitting back there. I was just
Unsurprising.
like, I don't want Jeremy involved in this.
I love a museum.
I've been to
Yeah,
one
of course
good
you do.
museum. The Newseum in Washington, D.C.
It's gone now.
It's gone.
It is?
I know.
Because
So
journalism
they were like,
is dead.
this is the one good one. Let's
Journalism
get it out
died.
of here.
Yep.
I'm actually
Journalism
glad.
died with
I
the
went to the one in
museum.
Chicago.
I loved
It's
it.
pretty far.
I went to the museum twice
The really
when I
big
lived
one.
in DC.
It's owned by Soldier Field.
I was only there for 2 months.
There's so many things to do in Chicago. Why would I go to a museum?
I think we just stumbled upon it by accident. And we thought, we're going to go in for a minute.
We?
Yeah, I was with people.
What kind of people? What kind
Two older
of
people. Two older people.
To older people.
Too old. So there's some caveats here. Okay, so number one, going with the family. That
That was what I was doing.
Okay, so that doesn't count. Number two, going with a significant other or someone that you want to be your significant other. Like again,
It's not a bad date spot.
no, that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
because all you need is a setting,
Correct.
for us to have a conversation.
Is there alcohol there?
Yeah, well, it's the
Some of
same.
them.
It's the
Bad
same thing
date
as
spot.
same thing as going for a walk. It's just you're doing it in air conditioning with stuff to talk about.
Yes, so
Yeah,
that's
not a bad date spot.
That's what that's about. But I'm talking about. Hey, Amin, I see you're going to Springfield for the Hall of Fame. Like, sure, I've been to the Hall of Fame, which is a museum. I didn't walk to the museum at all because all I wanted to do was like see people and hang out.
Actually, sports museums are cool. Like we went to the NHL Hall of Fame. That was cool to walk through.
Yeah.
Sports museums. I'm in on those.
MLB Hall of Fame.
I feel like that's
That's
just
it.
I gotta go to Cooperstown.
that's part of your interest.
I went through.
I went when I was like 10.
Oh,
It
so
was
that's how
amazing.
museums work. It's something I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Is there a food museum?
Probably. somewhere.
Yeah,
Ice
there's
cream-
museums for everything.
Museum of ice cream in
Have I
Vegas.
mentioned that I
Oh,
love?
isn't there like no? There's in Miami.
Yeah,
Wynwood.
yeah, right
Sprinkles.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Frost-
have I
I
mentioned
said
that I
sprinkles. It's
have I mentioned that I
Frost is
absolutely
the science
love,
museum.
Sprinkles.
have I mentioned I absolutely love Raising Cane's? By the way,
Took my
So
daughter there
delicious.
too.
Yeah,
That's
you
great.
said that.
Some of the best
I've been to
chicken tenders
Frost.
ever.
Don't laugh at me, Jeremy. I've been to Frost.
You got to lay out what he's talking about, Raising Cane's, folks.
One of the best chicken tender places I ever had in my life. The sauce, perfect.
sauce,
The bread,
oh.
always soft and buttery. Raising Cane's, great place.
They should have a museum for that too.
They should have their. You're right. They should have their own museum.
We can all agree. A.
Yeah,
It's not going to
Gotcha.
surprise you guys.
absolute god tier right there next to
That's what I
other
meant.
places that are not as good as Raising Cane's.
It won't surprise you guys that when I was in DC for an internship, that I on 3 separate weekends spent a day where I just like walked around to the different free museums, the Smithsonian museums. Right.
I'm gonna give him credit for this. Making the museum free changes the dynamic.
That's the whole
yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah,
Dramatically.
absolutely.
Paying for it's a whole other thing. Like the museum you had to pay for.
Yeah.
And I went there, and the only reason I went back is because I knew my family dorking out would be into it, so we went back and paid again. But
I've done
a
all the
free
Washington
museum, like
museums.
the Smithsonian museums.
I did the
to
Black
me,
History
I could do
Museum.
that all day long.
Yeah, or like I think New York has sometimes like a suggested donation,
Right.
Yeah.
and I suggest that I ain't donating.
Me and my wife did
That's not for
Washington
you.
D.C.
Did you go?
I did.
Gratuity
We did
over here.
DC a few years ago, and I did all the museums. That's
They're
where
great.
I learned that I was like,
Not for you.
this museum, fine, but and the Black History Museum was obviously interesting.
Okay,
Kick saving a beauty, yeah.
Good. All
I was
right.
just-
Kick save
By
and a
the end of
beauty.
those 2 days, I was just like, if I ever go to a museum again, I'm gonna punch myself in the face.
I was worried about Chris, so let's go to this next one. Open casket funerals are unnecessary and traumatizing. This is a For
Yeah, man.
America's
Yeah.
thing, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got one America, then you got the other America, and then we got the third America, which we discussed very much in the show. But my culture, we don't have open
Same.
caskets.
Jews don't either.
So,
We do.
and our funerals are wrapped up like
Well,
within
I just-
24 to 48
Yep.
hours.
I just don't see the point of it. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's especially if like they're older. No one wants to remember them that way.
I've never been. I only see them in my whole reference point here is movies. I've never seen an open casket.
and then you're
I've seen too many.
You're giving kids a chance to because kids just want to be like, I want to touch. I want to see what that feels like. I've done it.
how do you?
My grandma.
Of course you have.
Cold.
You get
Cold.
I also have you ever seen people take photos of
The
their loved
selfies.
one?
How do you
I
guys
don't
feel about
like
the
that at all.
The very happy
That is
selfie.
so
That's
weird.
disrespectful.
With a passed away relative.
Yes,
I think if we're gonna do open casket, let's they need to be presented. If they had like a fun personality and they were into like Mardi Gras, let's dress them up and like I
Or
just
get the
don't
band
like
out,
I don't
yeah.
like the stiff
Okay,
they're in a
so-
suit and it's just like I don't need that. But if this person had a wild personality and you want to let them go out the way that they like to party, then I'm cool with this.
me and Cynthia have seen the same algorithm apparently because this is a thing that's happening now.
Dressing up dead people.
Not just dressing them up, propping them up. So I saw the funeral of a dude who loved video games. So they had him sitting on a
Gamer chair.
with the PlayStation controller.
Creepy.
But wait, there's more. There's the one that they take to the clubs. There's been a few of those.
Like
Where
weekend
the
at, like
clubs-
weekend at Bernie.
Yes.
Yes, weekend at Bernie style at a club. That's definitely happened. So
In the-
there's
in the
people
table.
in the tables in the
section.
VIP area, propped up while their friends and family are
Sunglasses.
just.
Sunglasses on.
Where my dead
Sunglasses.
people at?
is mortifying.
Shout out where my dead people at, and then they throw the arm up.
The last one I saw was like a fashion show, and the widow. At first, you were looking at the video thinking it's a fashion show because she's modeling down the aisle. No, she walks up to her husband's casket.
Shut the.
That was a weird one. I mean, the funerals are getting a little crazy. For me, hey, cremate me. Let's call it a day.
I want to be a tree.
Where you want your ashes spread though? That's a weird thing.
Make me a tree. Make me.
Yeah, I want to be a tree.
Throw me out in the ocean. That'd be my preference as well.
Spread my ashes at like a Taco Bell.
That's
Hell
Fuentes.
yeah.
That's
In the kitchen?
Fuentes.
Just like out in the just in like
No, sprinkle me on
As-
somebody's Mexican pizza.
Or
salt the chips.
Oregano.
Exactly.
Salt the chips and queso with me.
Exactly. Special seasoning.
What if this, Fuentes, since
Limited
you're such a big Taco Bell fan, you go ahead, you die, But before you die, you bought land to build a Taco Bell, and with your ashes, we put it in the cement of this new Taco Bell we built.
And then I haunt the Taco Bell forever. Wow.
You're welcome.
You think there's a haunted Taco Bell anywhere in the world?
If there is, I have to go.
1,000%. It's where everybody gets diarrhea.
Hey,
Oh.
thank-
That's
Roy.
every Taco Bell.
Okay,
Yeah.
goodbye.
There you go.